What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Please like, subscribe, and share if you feel inclined. Today I have a 24-25 O-Pee-Chee Hockey Blaster to open. And while I was at the store, I also picked up a couple of these repack boxes, 8 packs a box. And so I thought, what the heck, we'll go ahead and do these along with the O-Pee-Chee. So yeah, we'll start with these and see what we get. Originally what I was trying to do was Upper Deck Series 1 2025. And when I got into it and was looking at it, doing some research before ripping, just kind of realized it wasn't really like that fantastic of a series in terms of rookies. Had some cool inserts and whatnot, but yeah, there was something about it just didn't seem as compelling to rip. So I thought this would be a little bit more fun, especially with these specialty boxes here. All right, let's see what we got. Wasn't really sure if these were going to be the same or if they're mixed or what do we got here. So it looks like we got 2024 MVP, 2022 MVP. So it looks like they're kind of all over the place. There's some O-Pee-Chee 2022, SP 2021. All right. Okay. Getting an idea of what we got here. Interesting. A lot of O-Pee-Chee. Got some Skybox metal there. Yeah, so let's just start at the top and go down and see what we get. Haven't opened any of this product, to be honest, so I will be surprised, and hopefully you will too. Looks like mostly Upper Deck product. O-Pee-Chee is now an Upper Deck product. In the old days, they were a Tops affiliated product, but now they're with Upper Deck, and that is showing in these repack boxes. Just the light there. So this will be 24 MVP. I got Brock Nelson leading off. Nazem Kadri. We've got an insert of Tommy the Hawk, the Blackhawks mascot. Shea Theodore. Kirill Kaprizov. And Elias Peterson. All right. Now we're going to go back to 2022 MVP. All right. Dan Vlader leads off, followed by Chandler Stevenson. We got an insert here, Encounters on the Ice, Tavares and Petrie. It's a cool looking card. Rasmus Dahlin. And just looking to see if there's any denotation of the rookies in here. Nick Suzuki and Jonathan Huberdeau. This would be 23-24 artifacts. So yeah, a lot of this stuff is typically, as far as hockey product goes, found at Target in terms of blasters. So see where they're getting the repacks here. Arturi Lehkonen leads off. Brandon Saad. Hey, Connor McDavid. Frank Vatrano. And Mario Ferraro. All right. It's kind of a nice mix of all Upper Deck product. Which is cool. I guess if you're not so familiar with it, you can get one of these mix pack boxes and you can kind of get a feel for all the product, which is pretty neat, I guess. This will be the 2022 Extended Series. Yaroslav Halak leads off, followed by Michael Matheson, Roman Yossi, Andrew Kopp, and it looks like we got a Jason Robertson insert of some sort. Or just a variation, possibly. Looks like just a variation, although it's labeled T22. Adrian Kempe, Chad Rundwell, and Cam Talbot. All right. Skybox Metal 2022. This feels like a few less cards than this one. All right, Marc-Andre Fleury leads off. And looks like we have Fix Wolanski. This looks like an insert. Huh. So this must be a rookie. Hit me up in the comments if you know what I'm looking at. All right, here we go. We got a prospect card. Ronnie Attard. It's a pretty neat looking card. Got the like blue shimmer going on. Some Austin Matthews action. Another rookie, David Juracek. Cam Atkinson. And Matt Zuccarello. Moving right along to 2022 O-Pee-Chee. Well, if I'd known there was going to be so much 2022, I could have looked it up to see what rookies are in that class. But, you know, that was the issue I had in looking at the upper deck from 2025. Just the rookie class just wasn't really there versus 2024. Matthias Ekholm leads off. Luke Kunin. Kel Maker. Jesperi Kotarami. I'm not even going to try. Cody Ceci. And this looks like a blue or purple parallel. Carter Verhaeghe. Nikolai Ehlers. And Adrian Kempe. Moving on to SP 2020-21. These are 5 card packs, I believe. Ryan Getzlaf leads off. And we have a Carter Hart Authentic Profiles card insert. Darcy Kemper, Ryan Suter, and Anjay Kopitar. Put Kopi aside. Now we got some 2021 SP action. All right, Adam Fox leads off. Mikko Rantanen. Quinn Hughes. Alexander Holtz, rookie. And Radim Zahorna, rookie. So nothing too wild yet in this. But fun, again, I guess if you don't know the product, you kind of want to look back and go through and see, you know, what Upper Deck offers. You get a good feel of what the cards look like. Of course, so far we haven't seen any eye-popping inserts, but you get a couple of rookies in there thrown in, and looks like we got some Series 2 and some more Allure and O-Pee-Chee, so we're going to have a good idea of what they offer in the product by the time we finish with these repacks. So Laura, these not familiar with the product, and already I gotta say it's probably the nicest looking thing we've opened so far. Roman Yossi leads off. And we have an insert already of, let's see, Victor Loden. It's a good looking card. And Kachetkov, rookie goalie card. Mark Scheifele. And Seth Jones. So I do like the Allure so far. Next we got 2023 Series 2. This is a fatter pack. Alright, let's see what we got going on. Connor Murphy leads off. Brady Skeggy, Jonathan Borogan, Ross Colton, Jeff Carter. Saw when he was with the Kings, I saw sitting behind the glass for his hat trick on Hat Night. Never forget that game. I was sitting behind the net at the end of the ice, and I was trying to throw the free hat they gave us. I was trying to throw that over the netting, and it kept hitting the netting and bouncing back, and finally I just gave up. But it's memory I'll never forget. Jeff Carter's hat trick on Hat Night. Look it up. Ty Emberson, Young Guns card, so this would be his rookie. Nikita Nesterenko, another insert. Jacob Markstrom, Instinctive. Charlie Coyle. Jake McCabe. Alexander Georgiev. And Victor Hedman. Alright. And here's another pack of Allure, which so far is the cleanest looking cards that we've seen out of all these, in my opinion. Not that they've been bad at all by any means. Landeskog leads off. Connor Garland. Iced out Chris Kreider insert. Jordan Harris. And Patrick Kane. Yeah, the Allure cards are nice, for sure. And we got some 2022 O-Pee-Chee Platinum coming up next. And these look like nice cards as well. Jordan Kyrou leads off. Chase Pearson, marquee rookie. Matty Beniers, photo-driven insert. And Thomas Chabot. And looks like we're back to some 2022 metal. Let me do some housekeeping here really quick. Get all this excess out of the way. All right. Victor Hedman leads off, followed by Claude Giroux. We have a prospect card of Elmer Soderstrom. Dylan Gunther, Leon Draisaitl, Mason McTavish, and Taylor Hall. And they're going to follow right up with some 2021 metal. So far, in terms of the inserts and rookies and stuff, we're getting a lot of stuff out of these packs, but no real names of note. And again, I have to go back and look at the rookie classes, but sometimes Upper Deck in particular will place previous draft picks from previous years and then current stat. I saw that with 2025. A couple guys were actually drafted last year, first round picks, top 10 picks, but they weren't put into the series until this season. So I have to go back and look at some of these rookies. Jan Gord leads off, followed by Connor Hellebuck. We have a Planet Metal Carey Price, which is a cool die cut type of situation here. Anytime I see a goalie from Montreal, I think of Patrick Waugh, but this is a pretty cool card. I like that. And we have a Noah Hannafin, or looks like a blue insert. Pretty cool looking card. And then we have right behind it his regular base card, which is cool. David Ferrance and Pia Suter to finish that off. And it looks like we're back to 2021-22 O-Pee-Chee Platinum. So yeah, we're kind of running the gamut with everything Upper Deck has done with O-Pee-Chee and in their own world in the past 5 seasons in terms of the collation here of packs. See a Johnny Quick there on the back, I like that. Kel Maker leads off. Brett Murray, rookie recruit. Ooh, Patrick Kane variation card. I like that. It's like a red variation, which is a color match. Gotta love that. And Johnny Quick on the back. Alright, last pack from the repack boxes. This is 2022-23 O-Pee-Chee. Alright. Pierre Engvall leads us off, followed by Dylan Dubé, Matthew Highmar, Anthony Cirelli, yellow variation, Andre Case, another, looks like variation card. Maybe the rookies actually in this series. That's what they are, because it's a regular series card. Shane Pinto, Alexander Barbanov, and Nazem Kadri. Alright, so now let's bring in the big boy. And like I said, I had a couple blasters of the 2025 and just didn't think it would make a great video. And then looking at the rookies here, you got Macklin Celebrini in there and Lane Hudson, Beckett Senecke's in here. You know, just a better like rookie class guys to pull. So I thought this could be an interesting little rip here. The other thing I noticed here with these O-Pee-Chee boxes, these little blasters, you get 9 packs, and there's 8 cards in each one. So I thought that was kind of a little bit of a deal in terms of getting cards. You know, typically you might only find 40 to 50 cards in a box, and here you get 72. So felt like a little more bang for the buck. But I guess let's see what the product looks like. Alright, let's dive into it. Alright, Keandre Miller leads off, followed by Dylan Gunther, Brock Faber, Chris Kreider, Jacob Markstrom, yellow variation, Nathan McKinnon All-Star, Jonas Korpisalo, and Eric Gabranson. Moving right along. We've got John Marino, Matthew Nees, Brock Nelson, Eric Walla, yellow variation, Andre Killorn, Ducks variation, Sean Monahan, Jacob Bernard Docker, and Noel Achari. All right, Seth Jones, Alex Vlasic, Alex Newhook, Marcus Foligno, yellow, Nick Perbix, purple variation, Justin Brazeau, and this looks like a rookie Justin Brazeau, Bo Horvat, and Victor Hedman. So I'd say Hedman's showing up a lot in this break, so he is the winner of the night so far. Ryan Strome, Ivan Mirchenko, Kalen Addison, Alex DeBrincat, Jason Dickinson in the yellow variation, Alex Newhook in the vintage, Scott Wedgwood, and Bobby McMahon. Simon Nemec leads off the next pack. Noah Dobson, Mark Stone. Hey, there's a good one. Will Smith, rookie. Love to get his counterpart, but he's going to be a great player too. Another rookie of Brendan Bryson. Warren Fogle. Quentin Byfield. And Alex Kerfoot. All right. David Pasternak leads us off. Elias Pettersson. Looks like we might have something coming up here. Justin Barone. Linus Ullmark, the yellow. Zach Dean, rookie premier. That's a cool card. Yeah, that's a good one for sure. Like that. UC Soros with the vintage. Vladislav Garkov. Kyle Connor will close that pack. Yeah, so far, nice looking stuff. Wasn't really familiar with the O-Pee-Chee product, but it's looking good so far. Devin Levi leads us off, followed by Ty Carte, Zach Werenski, Vladimir Tarasenko, Oliver Ekman-Larsson in the yellow, Sidney Crosby All-Star, Anders Lee, and Kirby Doc. Right, down to the last two in this rip. Wyatt Johnson leads off, followed by Ryan Pollock, Brendan Saad, Matthew Joseph in the yellow, Lauren Brosseau in the blue, Samuel Ersson in the vintage, Drew O'Connor, and Kevin Shattenkirk. All right, last pack. Niels Hoglander leads off, followed by Andrew Kopp, Alexa K. Protas, Seth Jarvis, Lucas Dostal in the yellow, Marat Kushnutdinov in the marquee rookie variation, Nico Mikola, and Luke Glendening will close us out. So overall, we got to see a lot of the Upper Deck product and O-Pee-Chee product, and nothing too eye-popping. We got, some of the stars. But I guess if I have to say anything out of this, maybe like the two best cards we pulled were in that actual O-Pee-Chee box, and that was the Will Smith yellow variation rookie, and then the Zach Dean Chrome-esque, dare I say, rookie. But yeah, digging the product, and think if you're gonna go out looking for Upper Deck product and you're a little unfamiliar with it, I think you're fine picking up those blasters of the repacks. Those are great boxes to get into the product and see what you like and see the inserts and whatnot. But yeah, overall fun rip, and we'll see you guys next time.